Welcome back, guys. That was a little corny, right? I tried. Anyway, I'm all checked into my hostel. It's the next day. This is my room, my bed, super comfortable. The window right there, there's another window over there, mirror. It's a little sunny, but apparently it's supposed to be raining the entire time I'm here. So rain or shine, I'm gonna explore this city and this country and see what it's all about. Are you guys ready to explore Moscow? I'm ready. Let's get out of here. Guys, this is so crazy. I still cannot believe that I'm in Moscow. Moscow. 2.5 months through Central Asia, and I'm in Moscow. The area that I'm walking around right now is called the Red Square. This area of Moscow has so much history, going way back into the 1500s and the 1600s with different wars and invasions and independence. This square in Moscow is sometimes referred to as like the central part of Moscow. There's just so much history here. Behind me, guys, is the iconic and world-renowned St. Basil's Cathedral. Absolutely beautiful. It was built in 1561 and stands at 47.5 meters, roughly 156 feet. It's amazing to be here. I've seen it in magazines, I've seen it in movies, but to really be standing right in front of this cathedral in Moscow is really surreal. I entered the cathedral, St. Basil's Cathedral. You can go ahead and enter it, and you can go around and you can learn about the history of the cathedral. You can see a lot of paintings and artifacts. If my grandfather was alive, he would have loved to come here. But I bet he's here with me now, hopefully, because I know he would have loved this. The cathedral was really interesting. I'm back out in the Red Square. Over here is one of the walls of the Kremlin. The Kremlin has 4 cathedrals. It was really used as a fortress. Today, it's just where the president's house is or where the president is. But in the past, it used to be a fortress and where, you know, a lot of people would be during war times, and there's a lot of history there. Only in Moscow, right? You can go surfing in front of the Kremlin in the rainy October weather. It looks like a lot of fun, but it looks really, really cold. We just saw the soldiers come out in March. This area is called the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. It is a memorial for soldiers, and every couple of hours the soldiers will come out and do that routine. It kind of reminds me of some memorials we have back in the US and even in Korea as well. That flame, it's like eternal, so it's always burning. It reminds me of the flame in Almaty, Kazakhstan, where it's always burning for those lost soldiers and those unknown soldiers. I have just entered the Gome, which is a really big and famous shopping center here next to the Red Square. You can see how big it is. So I'm gonna walk around, see what I can find. This was fun for about a minute, but a mall is a mall. It's really beautiful and it's really unique to Moscow, but I have to use the bathroom, and I think I'm gonna grab something to eat, and then I'm gonna go back out and explore more of this area of Moscow. But really beautiful. So if you need to go shopping for clothes or anything and you're in this area, come to Gome. I am being a total tourist. I've never done this before. I just thought it would just be fun and a bit of an easier way to see the city, especially with the rain. Behind me is the beautiful Moscow at the highest point over here. I can see that that's the new downtown area, new financial district. Some really new modern buildings, really pretty. Huge tower, huge building. It is so big that it's in the clouds. The top part of it was in the clouds earlier. You couldn't see it. It's ginormous. There are 7 of these around the city, and apparently there are 8 now. I don't know where the 8th one is, but they're all over the city. They're very They're very Soviet looking. Like when I see these towers, I automatically think of Soviet Russia. Impressive architecture though. I just got off the tour bus. I'm not quite familiar with the area I'm in, so I'm gonna go grab a quick drink, I think, and ask for directions. There's a cafe over here that says Coyote Ugly. I'm wondering if that's the Coyote Ugly or if they're just naming the cafe that. Let's find out. Yes, Moscow has a Coyote Ugly. I honestly was just going in there to grab like something to drink and just get directions. I actually didn't know that it was Coyote Ugly. It looked like a cafe from the outside. I actually really like that movie, Coyote Ugly. But yeah, that was interesting. Okay, moving on. Moscow is known for their big, beautiful subways, and this is one of them. Gorgeous and huge too. I'm about to get on the subway and head into the depths of the Moscow subway. This is one of my favorite subways here in Moscow. Absolutely gorgeous. You can see they have paintings all throughout it, and then on this end they have like this giant mural. This is definitely one of my favorites here, and one of the most beautiful too. If you come to Moscow and you want to see this subway, the subway I believe is called Kiyevskaya. It's to one of the train stations. Super beautiful, but loud. Here comes another train. I love the subway here in Moscow. It is everything you read about. It's gorgeous, it's beautiful, and the way that it's laid out is really convenient. The Moscow subways are some of the deepest in the world, and I'm like only about halfway up to the top. Really, really deep subway. The other subway that was this deep was the one in Almaty in Kazakhstan, but this one is pretty deep. Over here, guys, you can see they're selling kebabs like right off the grill. Looks really good. Reminds me of Uzbekistan. Every booth has something different. I think this is kind of just set up for the holidays. As I'm traveling, I keep forgetting that, you know, there's holidays coming up. It's currently the first week of October, so Halloween is about 3 weeks away. I just got this hot dog sausage, and it's like in a bun with mayonnaise, and it's actually jam, not ketchup. So I hope that didn't look wrong. I am going to the Kremlin, but not the Kremlin you may think of. This is actually another Kremlin. It's called the Izmailovo Kremlin, and inside they have a few museums, coffee shops. I'm just walking in here and wow, this looks so beautiful. The way that it's designed and the colors. This is very interesting. I don't even know where to start. I mean, that one looks really fun. I've just entered the Vodka museum here, and they have almost every vodka I've ever known and tons more that I've never heard of. Look at this, just like cases and cases of vodka. And when I finish the museum, I get 2 free shots. So I'm looking forward to that. That's the real reason why I did this museum, right? Right? 2 free shots. This one is different than this one?
Yes.
How?
It's classic.
Okay.
It's classic duck with different herbs.
Okay.
And with ginger.
Oh, this one has ginger?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
No one gulp. No one gulp. Separate.
Sip it? Okay. Sip it. Sip it. Ah, I like the ginger. Oh my god, they have Trump.
So, 1 minute.
I can't believe they had the Trump there. They had an Obama one as well. It's funny. Ooh. Ah. Wow. Interesting. Lots of fabrics here too.
10 pieces.
10 pieces. Wow.
10 pieces. Это очень красивая матрешка.
Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow.
10, вот она.
9, 10. Wow.
Такая маленькая.
I'm back at the Red Square, Independence Square here in Moscow, and I wanted to show you guys how beautiful it is at night with all the lights. Super pretty. Russia has been really interesting so far. I really have had a good time here in Moscow. The Russian people have been very interesting, really kind, really helpful, and I just really didn't know what to expect coming here, and it's actually been really good, and I've had a really fun time, and I would really love to come back. However, tomorrow I am heading off to St. Petersburg, which I've heard wonderful things about the city there. Thanks again for watching, guys, and remember to live every moment to the max. I'll see you guys next time.